Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome to Leo Bay. I've got an Autotrail here that the guy leaves outside his house, and the engine battery keeps going flat. So he's bought this really lovely Autotrail, but he wasn't really shown round on how to manage the battery system in the winter when it's parked up. So if we look in here, here's the 019 engine battery, and if we look on our meter, there is a 100 watt solar panel on here, and the battery level at the moment is 13.22. But obviously with the winter, we're getting less sun and the battery then starts to wander down. And he's not really been shown how to manage battery charging, etc. So that's the reason for this little video, to show you how you can manage it. I'm sure there's loads out there that already know this, but for those that don't, I'll show you. So we've got a battery level 13.22, which is a good voltage at the moment. So if we go inside the vehicle and then come round to the control panel, which is up here. Now, to use the onboard charging for when it's parked up and you've got a main supply, turn on the board and then select vehicle battery. Okay, now you can see that the level of the vehicle battery's gone right up. So if we then come back out, I'll go backwards because I'm old. And then we'll go around to the front to the voltmeter, and now you can see an increase. So the mains coming into the vehicle is going through the sergeant panel, and we now have engine battery charging. So that's how to activate that side of it. Now there's also solar on this, so we'll go back on the vehicle. Excuse me. And it's got what we call a PWM solar controller and separate digital display. There's a digital display, and here's the controller. Right, now to set this controller effectively, we've got two. This is the engine battery, and the one on the left is the leisure battery. Now if you haven't got the capability of plugging into the mains when it's at home, or when it's in storage, etc., you can play around with these settings. And if we push the buttons here, we get different lights come on. Right, to start with, 3 is set for lead acid. Now the second one, and that's showing a figure of number 3. So that means that 30% of the power is going to battery 1, which is the leisure, and 70% of the power is going to battery 2, which is the engine. That's great for keeping the engine battery topped up. Now when you get on site, if you then go back to the 3, that's not the right one, that, press and hold the button down and it starts to flash. And then when it starts to flash, you can keep pressing the button and change. And now I've set it to 8. So what that now means is 80% of the battery power goes to the first battery and 20% goes to the engine battery. Then when you get back home and you park it up and it's in storage or whatever, select the middle LED, press and hold the button, and the number 8 will then start to flash. So when it flashes, press it, 1, 2, 3. So I've then set that to 30% going to the leisure and 70% going to the engine battery. So when that's parked up, that will keep the engine battery nicely topped up. Okay, they're ended for lesson, and it's thanks